All right, some of my footage, I lost some footage because the battery died, so I just wanted to show you guys these bars. We painted them, and if you look on the very bottom, you can see the holes, and that's where we ran up the bolts through the hole there. And I bolted them down. Mr. Ed put a pillow down there. I was able to crawl back there, and we bolted everything in. Now, these bolts, as you can tell, go all the way through. We're going to have a tonneau cover we're building that's going to go on top of this. And then these bolts are going to go through it, and it's going to bolt down. So this is going to be waterproof. And then we can have full access through the tailgate here. I think it'll be just fine. Good morning. Welcome to another Handyman Leatherman video. In this video, we're going to building this beautiful black tonneau cover here that you have to see the tent sitting on top of out of plywood. See how we do it. The process is called PMF, Poor Man's Fiberglass. We're going to be getting these two pieces of plywood that you saw us cut in the last video. We're going to put them together with a wood strip on the bottom and glue it. Then we're going to get some tight bond 3, and we're going to roll it out over the plywood and cover it in a drop cloth, canvas drop cloth. We got at Harbor Freight for like $15. The gallon of glue I bought from Lowe's for $38. So we're going to roll it across there and lay it on there, let this line smooth out, and go from there. Bubbles out, work it, own it. Ain't that hard.
Oh man, it's almost like you guys have done this before.
You know, lots of YouTube. Okay, now we're gonna rub the sides here. This is gonna be awesome. We may roll this thing back out with glue on top.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
After
right now. I mean,
well, tomorrow or whatever.
Let it dry.
What, put more glue on the top?
Yeah, so you
to fill the pores.
You roll it with glue and it soaks in and fills the pores, and then when it dries, you sand it and start painting it. And basically, this canvas turns into fiberglass. But this is a lot better than just painting it. You know what I'm saying?
10 times better.
And it just makes it just strengthens it too.
It's just tarp, does it?
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Man, that looks good. Let this dry, then we could coat it again. Popping it up, Dad. Just popping it up.
Oh, pulling it up?
Yep. I don't know if because I didn't put much glue on. Maybe I should have put more glue underneath it. You have a plastic squeegee?
Ah.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy I saw that did what we're doing, used a brush, not a roller. The roller's got suction to it. It's going to pop it back up.
Oh, there's some glue now, huh?
Yeah, this is better than rolling it because rolling it was pulling it up.
Mm-hmm.
This allows it to soak in and you just spread it. You can almost get a squeegee.
Get thicker.
You can almost get a squeegee and just squeegee it across too. When this dries tomorrow, we'll sand it down and flip it over and do the backside. Anything that didn't get 100%. This is more like fiberglass when you put, because fiberglass resin you put on top of it and it penetrates. And it still locks down the fiberglass. So that's why I was kind of leaning toward this, even though some people just put exterior paint on it. I bought a whole gallon for $38. So I'm going to use this whole gallon. Yeah, really happy with the way this is looking now. I was starting to second guess myself after doing this. Oh yeah. Good morning. The handy wife said this morning that it rained and I wasn't thinking nothing of it. Then I remembered my back awning. It still has holes from the hail. That means that my tonneau cover is all wet. Let's see how it did. I'm hoping the glue dried enough. It's wet, but it's hard. It's still sticking really good. I don't see no bubbles. I don't see any bubbles. So I got a fan. I'm going to turn a fan on it. This glue is waterproof. That's why I used a Tight Bond 3. And it tacked up really good before I went to bed. So it's I don't think the sun's coming out today, but we're gonna put a fan on this and see if we get this to dry out. I was hoping to flip this over today and wrap the sides under. We'll see how it goes. All right, what you doing, Mr. Ed?
Oh, cutting the corners. Since there's so much material.
Well, we could lay it over and glue the backside.
Get rid of this extra material.
Top dried out really good. Sun came out, so we're getting all this prepped. Glue the bottom. I was thinking we were going to have to trim off that rib, but that rib is out of the way.
Yeah.
Because this sits on the truck bed right here.
Keep from trying to fray later, I think.
Yeah. So this should be just fine. Let's go to the other side and daub it up. Okay, need some more glue here.
Run out now.
We got plenty to finish this. Boy, a gallon was about perfect because I put so much on the second coat. Alright, so we realized that the brush puts on the perfect amount more than the roller. We should have used a brush when we were gluing it down, but it still worked out really well. So we're brushing the two ends first, getting it a nice liberal amount and getting it where it didn't stick on the ends. 'cause I didn't get enough on there. The roller just don't put enough on. Because we have this little rib we put down the middle. So we're just going to do the 2 ends and then we'll do the 2 sides. Fold it over. Boy, that holds it really good, doesn't it?
Stays right there.
I like that. There we go. Yeah, if you'll drill those out on both sides, and then once we flip it back, we could drill back through. Okay. In there today.
You're gonna go this way?
Are we ready to start?
You're just gonna coat this?
Yeah, we ready to do that now? I guess.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt, would it?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna start there and you can go either way. Like molasses. About enough, huh?
Looks like we're gonna have just enough to. So we're gonna turn the fan on this, let it dry, and then we'll come back later on and slightly sand it, get the bottom side painted, then we can flip it and do the same thing to the other side. This is gonna be a really cool thing. Can't wait to see it done. We painted the edges. And then I found some exterior paint and we painted the whole middle just to keep stuff from soaking into the wood. Now we're going to flip it over and paint the whole, sand it and paint the whole top black. Same black paint as we painted the frame of the trailer and the bottom of the bed. So hopefully we have enough to finish all this and make it look nice. Be very, very quiet. There is a sleeping old man on the couch. Very rare to see. Okay, now just sand it. You got the palm sander? Lower off and we'll paint her. The same brush that we used to glue it, and we're using it to paint the black on. We have about a half a gallon left over from that full gallon I bought. So if we could finish this tonneau with this paint, this has been a really good purchase. So see how this is gonna look. It should spread pretty good. Oh yeah. Instead of rolling it, I thought I'm just gonna brush it, really work it in. The backside took a while to dry, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about dry lines. We're just gonna work it in. Well, it looks like the tonneau cover is waterproof. That's a good thing. Yeah, we still got to sand it down and put one more coat of paint on it, but look at that water just beading right off of it. This is going to be so cool. Well, it didn't get messed up. It got soaking wet with the rain, but it's just fine. So we sanded it down, made it was super smooth, and put a brush and another heavy coat on this. So we'll let this dry, and this should be it. We should be able to put it on the trailer here in a day or two. So here it is. We got it sitting on the trailer, looking really, really good. We can give us a nice flat surface. So now what we need to do is we're going to cut some of this foam. If you remember, when we opened up the tent, that was the foam that was wrapped around it. I think that was a piece that was on top of it. We're going to cut some pieces and run them underneath here, which will give us a little bit of water protection. Plus, if you see the little gap right there, it allows the tailgate to open and close a little bit better. So we're going to rip some pieces now and shove them under here. Then we can lift this tent up. As you can tell, the brackets are mounted to it, all 3 brackets. Set it back up on top of here. Then we can run the bolts back through it and bolt it down. Then the top of this thing is pretty much done. Then all we have to do after that, a couple stabilizer jacks in the back, tighten up a little bit of wiring, start packing this thing up for a road trip. What are you doing, Maggie? Get out of the way. Well, this is sure hard work. I'm sure glad I got somebody else to do it for me. Crazy dog. See you later. All right, that was fun. Are you done yet? Mm-hmm. Look at that, just like that. Oops, sorry. Could always
Hang up. Oh no.
yeah,
So
we
you did pick up from the rear, huh?
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Yeah, just that edge. Okay, 2 minutes.
That's the idea. We'll kind of shove it in there a little bit better and trim it off all the extra spots. Trim these edges here. When we bolt the tent down, it'll give us a nice waterproof barrier. All right. Now once we get it up on top of here, then it's just sliding it over.
So you might want to kind of head downhill, huh?
Yeah, I can do
I'll
this.
stay down here so I can push.
So Charlene gets that corner. You two on that end. We'll just kind of lift it up. We're just going to bring this end up and set it on this. And then we're going to slide it across there.
You think so, huh?
Oh, yeah. As long as I don't trip over a dog. Yeah, center it in now. Okay, just kind of slide it. Here, balance it. There we go. See?
Way too far over there.
Okay.
Now we can pick it up and pull. You want to take the phone out?
Yeah, how do we want to do that?
Oh,
Let me get that side. Man, we did it. We don't need no stinking Jason.
yeah.
Okay, so now you got a bolt.
They're inside.
Not all of them, are they?
Yeah.
You put them all in there?
Yeah.
I only put a handful in there. You. Oh, they're all up there. Hold
Yeah, I'll
on.
get them.
I got.
No, you're gonna tilt it.
Hold on, sit on the tongue.
Get the others while you're there, huh?
Okay.
Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off!
Think it's on, huh? Guess so.
Yep, starting to. A little bit farther. Just gotta.
Uh-oh, it's too short.
No, it's starting to come through. You just gotta finish tapping it.
I want to make sure it's square there. I shouldn't have cut it off, huh?
We won't be able to put a bunch of a washer on there. We'll figure that out.
We'll put a real, I bet we could put a real one in here. See this? Look at that.
Yeah.
We can change, I guess.
Yeah, let's get this other one in. Let me push it. Hold on, you're lining the hole up.
Yeah.
Hold this. Right there. Little cricket, he's got to go. You can see it. Oh, that's what we get for thinking. To be continued. Okay, we just had to get the drill bit and hone out the material. I think the canvas was still stuck in there. So these are carriage bolts. You spin them a certain direction. This side has a slot. Boom. That way it hooks on and it's flush. So now we can bolt this down. I'll come back with the razor blade at a backward angle, I'm thinking. We'll see. I might even get some of this black paint. We've got a little bit left. We'll touch it up with, try to hide that. But that's going to give us a nice gasket to keep water from going in there. Also, to help that tailgate clearance. Man, this is exciting. So we just realized I was going to shove silicone down in those holes because that wood is not waterproof. So we'll get that later. I don't have any silicone on me. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves tonight. Just excited to see this thing coming together. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Man, I love it. What you doing under here, Mr. Ed?
Oh, putting jacks under here.
All right, stabilizer jacks. That way when I step on the back, it'll tip back. So we're ready.
Ready. I don't.
There you go.
See how this goes.
Awesome. It's done. We don't, yeah.
Try to loosen it up a little bit.
Okay, so we've been fighting with this for what, 2 days?
Yeah.
Mr. Ed was out here with a long cheater bar, 15 foot long, jumping on it.
7 foot.
7 foot. And could not get these to break loose. We've been oiling it down for a couple days. Then all of a sudden it dawned on me, the guy I bought it from, he says, my dad wanted you to me tell you that the nuts are right hand turn. And all of a sudden, so I put my impact to forward and they just started popping loose. There we go. So easy. I looked at the nut and it would drive in the nut in. I'm like, how come it won't pop loose? Both sides are right hand turn. So we got our trusty high lift jack that a friend of mine, Mike, gave me. We're going to keep that on the front. I'll be showing you that. We're going to pull these wheels off and inspect the hubs. How's that looking, Mr. Ed?
Okay, just going slow until you get off the ground.
Yeah, it fits there pretty good.
We can put a jack under that too, the axle.
Okay, it's starting to, there you go.
Right there, huh? Lots of material down there.
I'm glad we did it now instead of on the road. That'd be on the side of the highway trying to figure out why you can't break these loose.
And call AAA to do it.
Call AAA, they'd show up, but they'd be like, we can't get them loose either. International. Right-hand turn. Okay. Now, the question is...
E.
Yeah.
Not moving.
Oh. Welcome everybody. Sun's a little bright on my face. I'm just testing out this new microphone, so hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. It was a little windy out here earlier, so I wanted to make sure I got this tried out. This would be a good way to find out if it works or not. I'm tired of all the wind noise and everything goes on, so let me show you what we're doing now. Here's the tent trailer. It's set up in the front yard here. We've got it hooked up to the Suburban. We're mocking it up to see the levelness. Trying to figure out how everything's going to go. I hope you guys like my wheel cover. That turned out really nice. And we're hoping we can just step up into it and step up into here. We got another egg crate we ordered for it just because we think it might make it a little bit more comfortable. But we're trying to figure all this out before we get on the road. But everything else seems to be good. We put the wheels back on. We could not get those hubs off. I wanted to pull the drums out, the drum brakes out. I'm not using brakes, but if I'm not using them, why have them in there? But I couldn't get them off. I'm not going to worry about it. They've been on there for who knows how long anyways. So everything's looking good. We've got ourselves a little high lift jack strapped in here. So everything's good. And just like that, we made it home. It was a fast and furious trip. And remember how I told you, sometimes you don't know what you're building or if it's building it right until you use it. We learned that on the last camper we built. And so I knew that even though this trailer wasn't done, it would be good to get it on the road. That way you could see exactly everything you planned if it all comes together. And did we figure things out? You guys are going to be surprised. A lot of changes coming. It was a crazy fast trip. We barely got to use the tent, but that wasn't the main purpose because we're going to use it a lot this fall. When it cools down, we're going up in the Rockies and see some beautiful weather. We'll take you guys with us. But first of all, we've got to be some changes made, and you're going to see that in the next video. So stay tuned. Sorry that it's taken a little while to come out. Just the editing takes time, and then working, trying to find time to do all this stuff. So be patient with me. But in the meantime, you guys don't be scared to do your own projects. Have fun. Stay out of trouble. All right, the footage finally quit raining. The sun's coming out now. It's getting hot. Let's go find something cool to drink.